Hello and welcome to YUTY Gaming, where we're playing ARK. And last time we sent an army of Argies, then an army of Wyverns to their deaths, all to get an egg. And we didn't get shit. Since then, Spicy and I have flapped up and down the Wyvern trench a little bit, and the best thing we've managed to come up with is this, which was level 140, so not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. But hello. How rude. Have some manners. Oh! Well, that's interesting. What the fuck? You can kill yourself with your own dragon. You are a very naughty dragon. Right, anyway, as I was saying, so we managed to find ourselves a... I'm just going to try and move past that and not get too embarrassed by it. Let's just... Didn't happen, don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so as I was saying, we got ourselves a level 140 Lightning Wyvern. Oh, he's got to level up. Wonder how much XP he got from murdering me, you bastard. Anyway, and he's cool, so we're going to take him to the Wyvern Trench at some point. Probably not this episode, but at some point soon. Today, we have a lot to get done. And one of the things I would like to get done is sort our home area out. We're getting a little bit cramped, a bit claustrophobic. We've had to stick this industrial grill here, and we've had to add this section on at the back. It's just not working anymore. We're running out of space. So, planning ahead, thinking about getting the rock elementals, we have started building something which is going to be used for Yutyrannuses. Last series we used Rexes and their eggs as the base for our kibble. This time I'd like to use Yutyrannus because obviously we've been taming Thyla and they require exceptional kibble, and the rock elementals that we want to tame some of require exceptional kibble. So I'm thinking, we try and use Yutyrannus because they can produce exceptional kibble. And a few people helpfully pointed out that the wyvern eggs that I've got can also produce exceptional kibble, but it's not a very efficient or reliable source of eggs. So we're definitely going to go for some Yutyrannus. So we've got the general sort of base of the structure built. Foundations, obviously, will replace these walls with some of the 4-high adobe walls, or adobe walls. I'm not really sure how that one's supposed to be pronounced. And this will be our egg farm. Now, we also need to make a greenhouse, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put the greenhouse on top of the egg farm or as a separate building. I'm thinking a separate building. So last time we had one big singular structure for our base, and everything was sort of inside it. This time I'm wondering if we could have multiple smaller structures with then fence walls sort of connecting them all together to create a big enclosed area for us. That sounds good. We can put some fences along the top of here so things can't just wander down. Bring it along the side there to connect to here. And it'll create a nice enclosed area. We probably will only ever leave here using flyers. So, that's fine. Right, so that leaves us in a position where what we need to do now is go and get ourselves a Yutyrannus. Something I'm a little apprehensive about. I could go for a trap, but we're going to need multiple Yutyrannuses, so I'm not sure I can be bothered making a trap when we're just going to have to abandon the trap and go get another one. We could make ourselves a long neck. I think someone in the comments pointed out that I could do with a long neck and some trank darts, but thinking about it, that makes sense until you consider the fact that we have a really high level crossbow. We have a masterwork crossbow, And I don't know how a mastercraft, not masterwork, how a mastercraft crossbow compares to a primitive long neck. But I have a feeling the crossbow might be better. Nevertheless, the plan now is we're going to get on speed. We're going to take our 280 trank arrows, and we're going to go and see what we can find. We should be okay for taming them. I know that they tame very slowly, and we will lose a lot of taming effectiveness using prime meat on them. But, I don't care. Because we're not taming them for their levels. We're taming them for their ability to breed and produce eggs. So, we've got ourselves one cryopod. We'll grab a couple of the cryopods so that we can get all of the Yutyrannus we can tame, and let's get going, see what we can find. Right, so we found one, and it looks like we're in a decent enough position. We're on this like ledge and it can't seem to get up to us at all. So, just a case now of shooting down on him and actually hitting him. The issue is the ledge is a bit big, and that's obviously a rock elemental. There we go, so we're gonna get him, and we're just gonna slowly take him out. We have enough arrows. Oh, I thought he could come up then. We have enough arrows, and we've got a spare crossbow, so we can just take our time, get him knocked out eventually. Maybe this ledge isn't the best option because he can get under it. I can't be bothered putting a trap down. Where's he gone? There he is. What about here? Can he get to us here? Let's see. Maybe not. He can scare us. Okay, brilliant. Actually, do you know what? Maybe I should bring my Thyla and just face tank it. I could kill the Carnotaurs with it really easily, and then I could just face tank the Yutyrannus while I shoot it. That's such a better idea. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to get the Thyla, Carrot, sit on Carrot, bring Carrot over here, and we're going to see if Carrot is strong enough to just face tank a Yutyrannus while we shoot crossbow bolts at it. Alright, that sounds like fun. This is a good experiment. Let's go do this. And we're back. We brought Carrot in a cryopod so we can put speed back into a cryopod. That way we didn't have to try and cross-country on Carrot because Microraptors scare me. Right, first things first, let's get this Carnotaur killed. There we go. Now, we have pissed off a rock elemental a little bit, who's followed us a tiny bit. And we shot it, so we pissed it off even more. Maybe we just pull the rock elemental away from the, Is that RG trying to attack me? Yes. Why is everything trying to attack me? Stupid RGs. I'm a cat, you're a bird, come on. Like, we know how this goes. Right, where's the rock elemental? Okay, it's stopped following us. We'll kill this other Carnotaur here, so they can't go help its friend. And then let's destroy everything that could give us some prime meat. Nice. Right, let's go round the rock elemental, because we don't want to wake him up yet. I wonder if our bleeding works on it. Hi. Oh no! He can scare the Thyla! How can he scare a Thyla? Uh oh, this is bad. 10 seconds of just taking damage now. Alright, I genuinely wasn't expecting him to be able to scare the Thyla, considering how strong the Thylas are compared to how strong he is. Ugh. He shouldn't be able to scare something that could just wreck him. Right. You have to be careful about that fear roar then, aren't we? But I still think this is better than the RG, because at least here, at least with this way, he's dealing with us and not just running away. Yeah, 25 damage per hit, we can tank that, no problem. We've got 6k health, and there we go, he's off. Chase him! There we go, he's asleep, wonderful, right. Let's get our first one tamed, hopefully that rock elemental doesn't wake up. And boopity boopity boop. It is a male, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to need to find a female after this, if we can. Let's turn the... the Pego's gone. Thank God. Track all. There we go. Right, and now we just wait for sleeping Fluffy to decide that serving us is better than being ripped apart by an angry kitten called Carrot. Our Yutys are in their new home, which is slowly being built around them. It looks like the large wall is not quite tall enough to cover their heads. I feel like if we put a ceiling on this, they'll be sticking their heads out of the ceiling just a tiny bit, maybe. Maybe. So I'm thinking we'll put one extra wall on top, maybe like a window wall or something, so they can have a little bit of natural light into their... I don't know what to call it that would be an appropriate term. Into their fun room, where they produce our eggs for us. Okay, so going forward now, we are going to finish this building first. While we do that, obviously, Yutyrannus eggs are going to appear, get put over there, hatch, and if they're female, they can survive. If they're male, they'll probably just get fed to that dragon. What I want to do now is try and figure out a better way of collecting sand. So this guy collects sand really well, but he doesn't have a weight reduction for it, and his total weight isn't very big. So, I'm kind of thinking maybe it's time we go looking for a kangaroo, a good leveled kangaroo, because there is a chance... Why is this dragon so overweight? Do we need any of that? The crystal's kind of important. Yeah, alright, let's get the other dragon. I don't know why this one's got crystal in it, of all things. Because people were telling me that the kangaroo had a really good sort of weight capacity. If we just take out the crystal, and I'll just stick it in RG for now. Honestly, this is probably the issue, and I'm carrying a lot. All right, let's empty our carrying inventory into this Thorny Dragon, who we're using to help build everything over here, and then we'll take out the crystal from Spicy. And we'll take out this as well, because that's something else we actually care about. And everything else we can just drop. Yeah. Okay, then we just put these into him, so he can just look after it for now. Right. Yeah, so people were telling me that the kangaroo had a really good weight capacity. So I'm wondering if maybe that would make it a good tame for us to use to collect sand. You just go out, hit the rocks with our axe, put the sand into kangaroo, and bippity boppity boo, we have clay. So, first things first, we need to find one of them. There's one. I'm not interested in their level right now. What I'm interested in is, can we pick it up? Now, did I miss, or can they not be picked up? That's the question. Where's it gone? There. I can't tell if I'm missing. I think maybe they just can't be picked up, which is going to be frustrating. There's two of them here. But this was my plan, to pick them up and drop them in our trap. But if they can't be picked up, then obviously that just isn't going to work. So yeah, it doesn't look like I can pick them up. Alright, well, see if we can get one last try with this one, if we can approach it a bit slower. It can pick up a lot of things, but it can't pick up this kangaroo. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay, well, never mind. If it can't pick up the kangaroo, it can't pick up the kangaroo. That is a shame, so we're going to have to find a different way of doing it. People were saying that using a trap of storage boxes is a really good way to trap them. So maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll go out with our RG and some of the large storage boxes and see if we can trap them that way, because picking them up doesn't seem to be possible, unfortunately. Oh well. So we found a level 81, and I'm honestly thinking of just chasing it with our Thyla, especially if the idiot just keeps getting itself stuck. Okay, now who's the idiot? We're the idiot. There we go, alright. Yeah, I think we'll just chase it. I think the Thyla is... That is a very pink terror bird. I think our Thyla is more than fast enough to keep up with it. And of course now the terror birds are making things a problem. That's fine, I really don't care about the terror birds. I suppose this is where the long neck rifle would actually be useful, because it seems to hit the target, connect with the target a lot quicker. It has less travel time through the air. Yeah, just sit there. Ah, good kangaroo. Just chill. There we go. Right, so let's kill this raptor here, because obviously we don't want it to come over and eat us, and obviously definitely the Carnotaur. And the pigs. Oh gosh, there's so much stuff that just needs killing in the general area. Right, after the pigs we'll go back. One more pig. Go on. Don't know why the pigs are quite this aggressive, but they are. Right, there we go. Now, as long as those terror birds have buggered off, which they have, we should be more than fine to stick these mushrooms in its inventory. And now we can wait for our first kangaroo to wake up. While we were looking for one of these, I did remember that I think someone commented about the Equus, the horse, being a good resource carrier. But something about it requiring a specific type of vegetable. I'll have to check in my comments, but we don't actually have access to any growing vegetables at the moment. A greenhouse is definitely something we're going to try and get done as soon as possible, though. So, if the kangaroo is rubbish, then we'll just cope. And once we've got a greenhouse up, then we will get ourselves a pony. And here is our sort of kangaroo bunny looking thing. It looks like a cross between a kangaroo and a confused rabbit. But I absolutely adore the ear tilting. That is fucking cool. That is really cute. Right, let's see how well it carries things. Let's see if it has any sort of carry weight reduction for anything. And if it can fulfill the role that we're looking for, which is a sand collector. Something that can help me collect sand. So let's just fill up and get a couple of hundred of each from this rock. And then we'll plop it into the kangaroo's inventory and see if anything changes. So this is 50 and then still 50, 50 and still 50. Right. So it has absolutely no weight reduction, but it can carry quite a bit. So it's better than me doing it just by hand, but it's still not fantastic. Fair enough. I mean, that's still an improvement. It will still speed things up, maybe. Maybe we could take this out and the stone collecting one together, and then we put the stone into the stone collecting one and the sand into the kangaroo. That could work. But it's not an ideal solution. I do think that we need that horse. I've got something tickling in the back of my mind telling me that that horse is what we want for sand. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But that's what I've got in the back of my head. So, but we've got no greenhouse, and I don't really want to build a greenhouse yet. I want to build things one at a time. I don't want to get distracted and build 18 different structures all at once. What is it doing? Sniffing for something. I like its animation. Its animation is really fantastic. It feels a lot more alive than a lot of them, with the constant ear twitching and the sniffing the ground and stuff. I do really like that. Okay, so it's just a case now of keeping this clay production going strong so that we can keep finishing off the Yutyrannus's house, which we're getting there with. Let's grab some of this out, let's grab some of this. We're going to need more wood, I think. And let's make a couple of these. Right, let's get back to building, and then hopefully we can get this one done quite soon. I'd like to get this one done really quickly, actually, and then we can move on to looking at whereabouts in this area we're going to put our greenhouse. And then once we've got a greenhouse, we can go and get ourselves a pony, and once we've got a pony, hopefully it will help us collect more sand, which we can turn into more clay, which we can finally put like the perimeter walls down and stuff. So a lot of building, but we are going to need to go and get some crystal, definitely, for any sort of greenhouse. Greenhouses require so much crystal to build, so we're going to need to go and do another crystal run soon. Right, so our egg building for Yutyrannus is ready. The only issue I have with it is that the tail sways out of the sides, and it frustrates me more than I can actually express in words. It's just, it's like a splinter. It's just there niggling at me. Anyway, let me get over that and show you the thing. So, this is what we've ended up building. We have a nice slope up, we have double doors in, we have windows at the top, like I said we were going to do, which do actually look quite nice. They do let in quite a decent amount of light. I also like the way that the ceiling has sort of a pattern. We've got a food trough with some food in it, obviously, and they're breeding. Brilliant. Then we have symmetrical, of course, symmetrical paths up onto the roof. Now, the roof is the issue. I don't know what to do with it. I was originally going to put the kangaroo. I was originally going to put the greenhouse up here, but this seems too big and honestly not the right shape for a greenhouse. I'm not feeling a greenhouse, so I'm thinking maybe this can be where we store our RGs, breed our RGs and whatnot. It makes sense. It's a roof. They can land on it. But then I'm not happy with that either, because our RGs probably won't just sit up here doing nothing. We'll want to use them for stuff. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with this roof at the moment. If you have any ideas what to put up here, do let me know, because I think what we're going to move on to next is the second part of our kibble production facilities, which is not just, you know, hatching eggs. Obviously we will be doing that as well, but it is getting a greenhouse up and running. So we need to think of a good location around this area for our greenhouse. Obviously it needs to be near the water because it's going to need irrigation. Obviously it can't be too far away from this because they're kind of connected in a way. See, putting it here would just if I turn this on so we can point. Putting it like here would be a pain. It just wouldn't really work. Could put it directly in the water, but that seems a bit daft. If we put it over here, then we're going to need to run pipes for quite a while. Honestly, I think putting it here is going to be our best option. Right slap bang here, where we've had our extension built. It's time to remove this extension and build ourselves a greenhouse here. Which, once that is built, we should then be able to start producing kibble, which means we can then start thinking about getting ourselves a rock elemental tamed. But I don't think that will be this episode. Maybe if we're lucky. But let's... Oh god, that jump carried me a lot further than I was anticipating. Right, let's get this stuff removed. Where's our weight RG? Here he is. So we're gonna we'll have some stuff to drop into him, obviously. All this is going to have metal in it. Some of it's finished, some of it's not finished. All needs to go into the RG. Now, I'm not bothered by this. I only put these down to just try and hurry along the metal production. Because what we're really after now is getting that industrial smelter up and running. I don't want to be manually smelting any more metal after this episode. Because it takes too long and it's just a pain in the arse. So I'm thinking we scrap all of this. And we take the trophy. Grab this, put everything into the RG. Okay, I don't know why it won't let me put that in the RG at all, but that's fine. We'll just stick it in one of these boxes. We will need to get ourselves a proper box for this type of stuff soon. You're scrappable. Demolish, that makes me sad. They're obviously expensive to build. But it is what it is, and then we're going to cause all of this structure to come crashing down. Oh, we're not going to cause it to come crashing down. Why is it still there? It demanded I built those pillars, and now it's saying it doesn't need them. That's just irritating. Okay, there we go. Our RGs can... Okay, I was going to say our RGs can fly in like a surprised voice, but they're birds. Of course they can fucking fly. Our RGs can levitate. Come on. There we go. Right, let's grab these 3 RGs that we're not entirely sure about where we're putting them, and we'll store them up here on this roof for now. That works. And hopefully they'll just settle down on this roof and we can... Yep, there we go. Now they're nicely out of the way. So we can get back to the floating egg. We cannot reach the floating egg. Oh, never mind. Right, we can get back to destroying this bit of wooden flooring. Now, what I am concerned about is the heat of the greenhouse. If we build a greenhouse, are we going to cook the second we go in? Possibly. Like, sometimes this game is spot on in the logic, and then sometimes it just doesn't know what logic is. So there's like a 50-50 chance that this greenhouse is going to be really, really ridiculously hot. I'm wondering if we should build the floors out of adobe. Because we should have more than enough of the stuff. And if that is the difference between us being actually physically able to enter the building and it just being a death trap of heat, then it's probably worth investing into. So I think that's what we'll do, right? We're going to lay some foundations made out of adobe, and then we're going to probably need a run to find more crystal, to be honest, because this is going to be really expensive in terms of crystal. But we're almost there. We're almost there. We almost have an exceptional kibble farm, which is really cool. That's really cool. I've never even made a single exceptional kibble. He scared the bejesus out of me because I thought we were under attack. For that, he shall be punished. Now, I know not to get off the lightning wyvern when it's doing its zap zap. I have learnt from my mistakes. Let's get to work. Let's get this greenhouse sorted. Our greenhouse is ready, and not only that, we've also started putting out some foundations for the perimeter wall of this open area. Because, as I said, rather than having one massive structure, we're going to have multiple structures with a perimeter wall going around them, because wyverns are huge. And if we're breeding wyverns, I frankly can't be bothered building something for them to do it in, so they're just going to do it on the floor. But at the same time, I'd rather, you know, aggressive pigs, random wolves, Thylas and stuff didn't just come wandering over and attack me. So we're going to put a perimeter wall. We'll try and make it look as pretty as possible. It won't be as tall as the gates, for example, but it'll be 1 or 2 tiles high and then maybe some railings on top to give it a nicer look. And now for the greenhouse. So what we've actually done is we've attached it to the breeding room via this angled bridge, which I think gives it quite a nice look. I think it makes everything look a bit more natural. Where I live in the UK, everything's built to conform to the ground most of the time, so you get weird turns and twists and stuff. It doesn't have the straight lines and right angles of, for example, America and China and stuff like that. Anyway, so we've got our greenhouse, and it's working nicely. It's pumping away. I'm really happy that the irrigation is on the ground this time and not in the air, so that looks good. These are all happily irrigated. 599 out of 600. I don't know if that causes an issue. Should I make it 600 out of 600? Let me know if that's something that we've done wrong. We've got a little exit here. We're going to have to put a staircase so that we can... Oh, no! A capro has spawned. Oh dear, we're going to have to kill that. Anyway, and out the windows, as you can see, we've added a little dung beetle hut to the side, which works quite nicely, just producing fertilizer and a toilet there. So this is our fertilizer place to power all of this. Now, I said earlier that I remembered getting a comment about the Equus, the horse, and I've gone back and I've found that comment, and it explains that they have a massive weight reduction for sand and can craft clay in their saddles. Now, since I'm making a huge outer wall here and we have multiple smaller buildings to make, I'm thinking of putting a house, for example, on this cliff here. I'm thinking of demolishing all of this starting area and building an industrial facility where we can land with our RGs and unload them and whatnot. We're going to need a lot of clay. And the biggest time constraint in making clay at the moment is running out, getting the sand, running back, unloading, 3 or 4 stacks at a time, and then going again. So, if the horses have got an 80% reduction and can make the clay in their inventory, it sounds like that's what we desperately need right now. Which is perfect timing, because we've got some carrots. So, I'm going to grab these carrots, and I'm not sure how many we're going to need, so we're just going to grab them all. And I'm also not sure how the horse is tamed, if it's a passive tame or a knockout tame. Let's grab some more trank arrows, so we've got a full stack, just in case. So we're going to now get on our fastest birdie and go and have a look. We could get on Spicy. Spicy is faster. Spicy can kill more stuff as well. What do we think? Let's do it on Spicy. We haven't just used him. Oh no, he's full of stuff I've got from treasure hunting. And I don't know if any of it's useful or not. I mean, we've got a flamethrower. I don't know how useful that is. We'll play with that at some point. Alright, we'll just do it on speed because I can't be bothered unloading spicy right now. And speed, I'll take that, and I'll drop everything else. Let's go and find ourselves a high-leveled pony. We've grabbed a level 125 Equus, and that's, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that for a level, considering all we want to do with it is use it as a literal pack horse. Feeling good about that. We haven't tried to tame it or anything, because there were micro raptors. I see you, Rock. I saw it wiggling. Let's see. Yes! Haha! I saw it moving. Anyway, yeah, we didn't try and tame it on location. Ooh! Ooh! Hello? Sorry, I can't finish a sentence at the moment, can I? We didn't try to finish it on location because there were microraptors everywhere, and microraptors haunt my nightmares. So, we just grabbed it and flew back, and hopefully we've got enough stamina to get ourselves back, then we'll drop it off, and then we'll figure out if it needs shooting or just sort of gently feeding. I don't know. Some herbivores are passive tames, but it's not overly common. And it seems to be mostly the insects that are passive tames, so it's probably just knock it out, really. Oop, there we go. And... how are you? Oh, okay, no, it's a passive tame, not an active tame, right. So rock carrots go in there, and then... oh no! Is it scared? Can we not feed it while it's scared? Oh god, this is shockingly like horses in real life. Try give it a carrot and it just has a fit and runs away. Yep, okay, so we're going to have to wait for it to calm down. It probably saw a carrier bag or something. If you know anything about horses, that you understand that. Okay. How long will it take to calm itself down? I'm friendly. Look. Oh, I mean, we did put it next to a fucking dragon, so maybe it's not us that's the problem. Maybe it's the dragon. I'm there insulting this horse's bravery, and I've just plopped it down next to some mythological super apex predator of the skies. So, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe the horse is right this time. Should we kill this capro while we're here? Where is it? There it is. Should we see if we can zap it? It died, yes, and so did a lot of fish, but... oh, there's another one, of course. Sorry, we're being sidetracked from the horse training, but capros must die. This is my my faith is that all capros must be destroyed. There we go. No, we didn't kill the capro, we just killed a lot of fish around the capro. Still going. There we go. Okay, now we can land and see if this horse has calmed itself down now that we took the dragons away from it. Do we need to, like, creep up to it, maybe? So yeah, not sprinting. Calmly. It's okay, pony, we're friends. I have a carrot for you. Nope, it really just doesn't want the carrot. Okay, we're going to have to wait for the horse to calm itself down, and then we'll passively tame it. Which, God knows how long that's going to take. We can go make a saddle for it in the meantime. Okay, so we let it out, and just followed it until it stopped running away. So let's see if this works. Hi, pony. Nope. Right, we're really struggling with this horse. Alright, I guess we follow it again and see if it stops running, or do we just capture it? I wonder if we leave rendering distance and then come back, will it have chilled out? Or just escaped? This is very strange. This guy really does not want to be our friend, basically. Which is hurtful. Bad pony. Right, let's just leave him to it for a second or two then and see if he calms down. We've got a couple of babies hatched because the conditions in here are too good, basically. It's just too warm. They just hatch instantly. So we took the female ones, we left any male ones to just, well, starve to death. I'm wondering if we should put a few standing torches down or something, maybe make it too hot for them to hatch in here, because we don't actually want tons of baby Yutyrannuses, we just want their eggs. So if we stick these eggs into the fridge, they can go into this one, which I know isn't turned on. We'll put some stuff in it in a minute, and we need an industrial cooker again, then we can start cooking all this prime meat properly. Got a good amount of pelt though, so we should be able to make bug repellent easily, which is good for if we want to start taming some mantises soon, which I really do want to start taming soon. I went to the wrong place. Is it still stressing? Give it another minute. Just give the horse another minute, and then we'll go see if it's still upset about life. So I did put a lot of... Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. I have put a lot of poop into the plants plot. So what I'm doing at the moment now is trying to replace all of that with actual fertilizer now that we've got the beetles up and running. So, for example, this one is just fertilizer. Just fertilizer, I think. Yeah, done all of this side, so now we can start working along this side now. Just take out the poo, fill it with fertilizer, and then it shouldn't need dealing with for a really long time. This amount of fertilizer should keep it going happily for a while, and we can still keep producing fertilizer, and we'll just store it in one of those storage boxes out there. There we go. Yep, so this is full. Everything in here now is full of fertilizer. That is perfect. I don't know if I said, but I am planning on maybe adding a second story to the greenhouse if we need to be producing more if we need to be producing more plants. I think that will happen, to be honest, just because... No, that's me, that's mine, give. Just because we will have quite a large need for stuff going forward. I want to be making a lot of recipes and things. Right. And there we go, perfect. Okay, let's just stick this in here. Obviously that will turn into rotten meat eventually. Some oil. So we now have a lot of passive oil income. We have oil coming from the oil pumps, and we have oil coming from the beetles. So we should be good for oil. You guys are happy? Yep. Right, let's go have a look at this horse. See if he's chilled out yet. I don't know if he has or not. Come on. Let's see. No, that's definitely not calmed down yet, has it? So how to do it? What's the best way of taming this horse? Just let it out again until it stops running. Oh, we're dehydrated. Let it out again, wait till it stops running, try and feed it then, but we just tried that, it didn't flipping work. Right. Okay, we're going to wait for it to stop running and then we're going to see what happens. Right, the pony that's in our trap down there is a complete peanut. So, we're just going to leave it there and ignore it for now. There are 2 more that have got themselves stuck here. One's level 5, one's level 95. Let's see if we can't feed the level 95 one. Okay, right, what? Use to feed and... What? Oh! It's a button prompt. Right, that makes sense. So... It's a quick time event. It's ARK's quick time event. Cool. Alright, so I need to pay attention to what's going on at the bottom right of the screen and click when it tells me to. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and now we're on 83%. Oh god, this must be an absolute nightmare to do when you don't have boosted taming rates. Oh, it does a little dressage bounce once it's happy. Right, let's put the saddle on it then. There we go. Oh, it kicks us off. Cool. Oh, that's adorable. It's a proper little pack saddle. Oh, okay. These might actually now be my favourite tame just because of that little dressage jump and then their little pack saddle. Right, let's see how well they actually deal with this then. So let's get over 100 stone and sand, and this is 50 and it goes to 10, 20, it goes to 4, 50 and it goes to 25. Nice. Right, that's perfect. And then obviously once we get that one that's in the trap down there, that'll be even better. We can have multiple of them following us at once, create a proper little convoy, and then they should be able to create clay in their saddle. That's what was said. Let's see. Yep, they can just craft the clay in their saddle, which reduces the weight even more. Fantastic. So we just load him up with some thatch, some cactus, and then just go around adding whatever we want to him. I mean, he can make spark powder as well. This guy's fantastic! Oh, this is going to completely change how we collect resources for building this base. What is going on? What the hell was going on? Numbers? Where's that bird just gone? There. Is it on aggressive or something? Is that what's going on? Let's sort it out. Oh, it's trying to follow Equus. Come here. Why were you attacking something? And what were you attacking? Attacking your target. No, thank you. Passive. There we go. Alright. Okay, so we can keep going with the sand collection and turning it into clay now. Have you calmed down enough? Nope. We will get this one at some point, and then we can maybe even breed them if we really want. Okay, so that is all we're going to have time for today. We have managed to get ourselves a egg farm up and running. We've got ourselves our greenhouse up and running. We've got ourselves a pony. We've got the basic sort of idea of our base set up, and I think we're in a good position to start producing some extraordinary kibble soon. I think I'm missing one ingredient for that, and that is honey. Now I have absolutely no idea how to get like a renewable source of honey. Is there a renewable source of honey? Or do I just have to go out and collect it from beehives every time I want honey? Could someone let me know so I know what to do about the honey problem? Other than that, we are now going to just start doing some building off camera, see if we can get this perimeter done, maybe the basics of our industrial area, hatchery and house setup between now and next episode. It's been a bit of a slower episode today, a bit more building, but last time I did all the building off camera and people said that they wish I'd showed them it, so this time I've done the building on camera and people are going to say, I wish you hadn't shown me it. It is what it is. I do hope you've enjoyed watching us turn this base into something a little bit more aesthetic, especially this. I am really happy with how this looks, with the connection and the angles and stuff, and then the symmetry on that building. I'm quite happy with this. Still very, very new to building in ARK, but hopefully I will stop just building boxes at some point soon. Alright, thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.